Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. It's Rory Babe here with another edit for you guys. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make pictures slide across the screen. And I'm also going to show you how to make a selection from those pictures. Alright, let's go. Okay guys, first we're going to be making a photo grid of the photos that you want to make a selection from. I am using Photoshop, but you don't have to use Photoshop. You can use any app, any photo editing app that you have. But what is important is that you want to save this final product without the background, so it needs to be transparent. Okay, I won't go into details about using Photoshop for this, but if you do want a tutorial for that, let me know in the comment section and I can upload a video for that. Okay, you also want to do the same thing for the single photo that you're going to be using as your selection. Save it without the background. It needs to be transparent. All right, so in CAPCUT, what we're going to do is import our video, our photo grid, and our single photos. Okay, first you're going to insert the video and the photo grid in your timeline. That's what we're going to be working with first. You want to use the position and size section on the right side to move and resize as needed. As you can see, my grid was a little too low. It was almost on my head, so I needed to move that above me using the y-axis. And you can also play around with it, make it a little bit bigger if you wanted to fill up the screen. Okay, now that we're done with that and we want to actually do the slideshow, what I'm going to do is use the X position to move my photo grid all the way to the left. So I only want my first picture to be on the screen whenever I cue my picture to come on. Okay, so whatever your cue is, whether you're pointing up, whether you're clicking something, this is where you would move your photo grid to just show that one picture to start. Okay, now if we actually want to start the slideshow, we're going to use this thing called keyframes down here on the right. And what we're going to do is add a keyframe right when you're about to start the slideshow, because that's going to tell us where it's starting, how this photo grid is going to look before we even slide anything. And then after you figured out where you want to start the slideshow, you're going to go all the way to where you want to end the slideshow, right? And there you're also going to change the position. So at this point, in my case, all of my pictures, I wanted them to now be on screen. So I changed the X position and I added a keyframe there. So keyframes are important because the first one told us, this is where we're starting. And then the second one tells us this is where I want my picture or my grid to be whenever I end the slide. Okay, perfect. So once you have that, we can go ahead and work with the selection photo that I had you guys import in the beginning. Now you can insert that selection photo in the timeline and pay attention. What I want you to do is either, keep the size. If you notice, I did resize my photo grid to be a little bit bigger, so my selection photo is automatically smaller. But if for some reason yours isn't smaller, I want it to be a little bit smaller than your original picture, right? Because we're gonna do this, we're gonna make this emphasis of going from big to small, and that's really gonna help create this clicking look or this click effect. Okay, go ahead and overlap that smaller picture over the bigger picture, but right when you do the click, right? And then you can also add a click sound for emphasis to really emphasize that we're clicking here. I went ahead and just got a click effect or a mouse click effect from YouTube, and then I converted it to MP3, and then I imported it over, and I feel like it went really well together, and I think everything just came together really nice. Okay, and there you have it. Export your final results and you're pretty much all done. Okay, and those are the steps to make your own slideshow and make a selection from those pictures. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.